Hey guys, Angelo here, and I'm sorry if the camera's dimming out right now. It'll be a small picture on the screen, but it's because I'm on the balcony here at Innisbrook, looking onto the 18th hole of Copperhead, where they host the Valspar for the PGA. But the sun is like right over there, and I'm trying to get as much sun as possible, but it's pretty dark on here, just because the sun is a little bit past our building. So I'm sorry if it's dimming, but it'll just be in the top right corner, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue. But today I'm gonna be commentating over my third round of the Doral because the microphone was not turned on, thanks to my dad. Good job, Dad. But yeah, and my mom's over here chewing chips, so if you hear a little crunching noise, that's her. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so this is the first hole, and I drove my ball into the fairway bunker, so I was trying to find a good option, I guess, to lay it up into the fairway, so I can have a good wedge shot into the green. And it wasn't a terribly hard bunker shot. The lip was just a little bit higher than I would have liked, so I couldn't get a 4-iron out of there, which I normally would have liked to do. So I did a 6-iron. I'm just taking a while to decide my club. There's water on the right and more bunkers on the right, so I had to make sure that I kept the ball left. Otherwise, I would have had another tough shot, or I would have put it into the water, which would give me a penalty. The bunkers at Doral were a little bit sandy, so the sand was pretty soft, so it was tough to get clean contact with the ball every single time. But this shot was not too hard because I had a nice lie in the bunker. So let's just watch. Hopefully the background wind is kind of clearing up the silence. So yeah, I hit it properly. A little baby cut, which is probably pretty ideal when you're in the bunker because you got to make sure you hit the ball first, and coming either over the top or hitting a little bit thin is gonna produce a little cut, and both things that I like to do when I'm in the bunker. So you can see there that I was in the fairway. And now this is my wedge shot that I had in. I'm pretty sure I had around 100 yards, but I was like really hard with the wind, so I hit a 3/4 60 degree, hoping that it would kind of skip, and then stop, and it pretty much did. I would say that I hit a really nice shot for the circumstance of water being on the right. So all the way on the right side there's water, and down the left there's a bunker. So I just wanted to make sure I had a good uphill putt below the hole, and left myself with really good luck at birdie, but I didn't make it. I just lipped it out. So now this is on the second hole, par 4. The driver to carry the bunkers that you see on the right, so the farthest one on the right is 280, so I can't carry that one, so I got to start a little bit. I just got to start it right at that bunker, and hopefully my draw and the wind that was gusting pretty hard that day will take it back. So I hit a really nice shot, around 300 yards. My dad's being an idiot. I'm not gonna cut it away. I'm still going. Oh yeah, so I hit a really nice shot, and I was in the fairway, hit it around 300 yards, but then ended up chunking my shot and then thinning the bunker shot, and then that was my bogey. That was my bogey shot, so I ended up making a double. Yeah, it was not a good hole. So it wasn't the best hole, but I really tried to bounce back. And this hole you can tell that I did. This is the par 3 5th, I believe. Yeah, this is the par 3 5th. Water on the right. This is the one where I pushed it almost into the water in the second round where my dad had a conniption fit on me. So this is the hole. I was hitting 6-iron. Wind was into me from a little bit left to right. Had to make sure that I hit a little draw to counteract against the wind, but to also keep it lower underneath the wind, otherwise that's for sure in the water, no doubt. And sorry about my dad's camera work. He's new at this. Okay, where's the ball, coach? There it is. Okay, so ended up 15 feet there, missed my putt, but made a par. Nonetheless, that's a very good shot. Now on this hole, this is a par 4, number 7, I believe. I was underneath a bunch of trees, and I had to get it underneath the first one and then hit a rising cut that got over the second one. So I hit a really good shot, started a knockdown that caught the wind as it got underneath the first tree, rose over the palm trees after the tree that you're seeing in the shot right now, and hit the green and just rolled off the back into a lie where the bunker, like I literally had to have 1 foot in the bunker and 1 foot out of the bunker because the bunker's really close to the green at Doral, and it was a very tough shot. I ended up making a bogey. Now this is number 9. They moved the tees up here around 10 yards, 15 yards, so it allowed me to get a little bit more distance on my drive. which enabled me to go for the green, but I chose not to, and you'll see why it's a dumb decision in just a second. So I hit a good drive here, I can't say anything about it. Really hard into the wind today, or during that day. You can tell by my dad's camera, it was blowing down the camera, that's how hard into the wind it was. And put it to around 211 yards. Oh, I'm sorry, there's some static on this one. 211 yards from the hole. And yeah, it was a good shot, but I decided to take a 5-iron and lay it up to a good wedge distance because I was a bit afraid that I was either gonna put it too long into the water or pull it into the water left and leave it tough up and down. So I hit a good 5-iron stinger into the fairway to around 80 yards. And why I skipped? Because I ended up hitting it too far and I made a bogey. Honestly.
Sorry.
Okay, so now this is par 3, number 9. Hit my drive into the water here, the USA flag. Okay.
Greek guys.
Yes, the Greek guys. I see them.
Can you like be quiet?
Okay, so now
You can't have this answer. You gotta redo it.
no, it's fine. It's funny. Yeah, so I hit a par 3, 4-iron, 170 yards, clubbed up 2, and I hit a knockdown stinger there to around 25 feet. Putt it. The goal hit the green there because the wind was a factor and it was gonna make the shot tough enough as it is. So I just had to make sure I got on the green. Which hole is this? This is number 10 now, I think. Yeah, it's number 10. I hit a 4-iron stinger, or just a regular 4-iron, to a good wedge distance. You do it on purpose now. Yeah, so a good 4-iron. No, it's funny.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't think it is.
So that's a good 4-iron. Leaked a little bit right, but it ended up not being too bad into the shorter part of the rough. Just to the left of that right bunker on the front that you're seeing right there. It just ended up just to the right of that. Now this is the wedge shot into that same hole. I had 110 yards. I hit a 60-degree because the wind was really howling at this point. Probably playing around 3 or 4 clubs on this hole because it's wide open. The lake is just there, no trees or anything. Just the ones you see on the left are the trees on the hole. But I just want to make sure I make clean contact with the ball. The rough was a little bit wet that day from overwatering. But hit a good shot, just leaked a little bit too right. But I left a good putt for birdie. I missed it, lipped it out, and then just tapped there for a par. Now this is the next this is the par 5 after the par 4. And this one I actually almost got there in 2 in my second round. And I hit a good drive here, but it was just playing too far into the wind today, so just had to hit a good drive to lay it up into a good position in order to have a good wedge in. So I hit my drive there, pulled it a bit left, but it was fine in the rough. And now what I'm hitting to lay up to a wedge distance is a 5-iron. I was around 300 from the pin, so I just hit a 5-iron to get it to that 120 distance. So my 5-iron normally goes 180, but I hit it a little bit too far, around 190, and just got it to that 110 distance. Left me an awkward wedge yardage in, so I had to kind of play a 3/4. Yeah, so now this is the wedge shot. I have 110 yards. I originally pulled out a 60-degree wedge and then decided that the wind was not strong enough to take my ball all the way to the pin. So I had to club up and take a 56 and kind of saw it off 3/4. Hit a little bit of a draw in there to get the spin off the right bunker because there was a bit of a hill there. Spin it off the bunker and close to the pin, and I successfully did that. You'll see me taking massive swings in my 60 originally just because I wanted to get there. But I tuned in that I couldn't get it there, so I just took extra club. And anytime you see me pick up the grass and throw it with the wind, you'll Oh my god. You're just looking like a goof on camera now.
He's videotaping all of this. Like, seriously?
So you saw me put my 60 away. When I threw the grass up, I saw that the wind was not taking it far enough. Judging from my previous shots, how hard the wind was going, I wouldn't get it there. So I hit a little bit of draw, 56 there, landed it, spun it to left. So executed the shot very nicely, and that left me with a good birdie putt. And I wonder if the birdie putt actually got recorded. And that was my playing partner, Edward. Yeah, my birdie putt got recorded. So I ended up making the birdie putt. It was around 6 feet, right to left downhill. Green's very fast at Doral, much faster compared to the greens here at Innisbrook. And I'm just watching this guy hit a shot in. Has anybody hit the green here? Yeah?
Yeah. There's one right there.
So I made my birdie putt, walk off with good momentum going into the next par 3. And on this par 3, the pin was tucked in the back right, so you can't go for the pin, otherwise you're just gonna hop off into the back bunker. I was watching the tournament on TV the night before, so I decided to just play my shot middle of the green with a little baby cut, and it should either stay 15 feet left of the pin or spin to the right a bit and end up 10 feet. And if you guys are wondering, the big guy was about 2 heads taller than me. Now this putt was downhill, 10 feet, executed the shot as the way I wanted to, and all I had was a little bit of a left to right putt. And this is when this was like a momentum breaker or a momentum saver. If I made the putt, I would have had a really good mojo, I guess, going into the next hole where I didn't have a very good time the first and second rounds. And there, yeah, walk it in. Boom. I actually like that putt, I walked it in. I feel like a beast. So I made the birdie there, and I was now even for the 9 going into the next par 4 that I originally tripled in the first round. So on this hole, I hit my 3-wood fine, but just the angle on the camera wasn't good, so I didn't put it in the video. Good job. Nice. Cameraing. So then I hit just a 4-iron stinger that was supposed to be on the green, but leaked a little bit to the right because the wind was howling from left to right. So it left me with a really easy pitch here. I had a ton of green to work with, just had to make sure I got it over the bunker, and then it was smooth sailing after that. Now you'll see me that I'm chipping a little bit in front of my ball. That's because I want to replicate the same lie that my ball was in at the moment. Hit a 60-degree, just left the face neutral, splashed the ball. And I hit it a little bit too hard. Luckily the hill was there to save me, and ended up, oh nice.
Great shot from the bunker. She left it not even a foot from the pin.
Ended up 4 feet from the hole, just over it, but it left me a really fast downhill putt from left to right, and those are the yippy ones. If there is a yippy putt in golf, those are the yippy ones. And yeah, this was definitely a putt that was gonna help me get through this back 9 under par, and I did make it. Very pumped up, as you can see from that very emotional fist pump. Saying thank you to my coach, to the coaches watching me. And now this guy that's putting was from Germany. He was a big guy. He hit the par 5 in 2. He had 300 yards with this 3-wood, and he popped it on there. Now this next par 3 is a short one, 130, 135, but it was playing around 2.5 clubs into the wind. When I was playing 125, I was playing 2.5 clubs into the wind, so I decided to take a 9-iron, knock it down, try to spin it off the hill, but if anything, the miss was right because you have plenty of green to work with if you're right, not so much to work with if you're left, and that was very vivid when one of my playing partners spun it off the green into the water. So I hit the green. Where's the ball? There's the ball. Spun it back about 5 feet, and that left me a very tough putt going over this ridge that you guys see in the shot now. I left it short, but I felt really confident in my putting, so I knew I was gonna make it. And I hit a really nice putt, I'm not gonna tell you guys who went in. It might have missed. It might have gone in. Who knows? About 6 feet right to left, and it did go in. So that was another good par save. Par save that I didn't really need to do, but nonetheless it was good. And now this next hole, it's a cool hole. They moved the tees all the way up to the ladies so that it gave you a chance to go drive the green, but I didn't feel like I was hitting my driver good enough that day, so I just decided to hit a 5-iron and lay up to like 95 yards where I could hit a comfortable wedge into the green. And you can tell by the lake, look how much the wind is blowing there. So at 5-iron, knock it down, hit it like 160, and that would have left me a good shot. But the other 3 guys all went for the green. The guy in the green shirt ended up making eagle. The other 2 made bogeys. So going for the green doesn't always work. Oh, and that's the end of the video. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like below if you want to see me do another commentary like this, and have a good day. Bye.